Trump's Greenland tariffs have plunged the European Union into full crisis mode. 8 European countries face sweeping trade penalties unless they bow to US demands to hand over Greenland. Brussels warns this unprecedented economic coercion risks destabilizing NATO itself.
Together, we stand firm in our commitment to uphold the sovereignty of Greenland and the Kingdom of Denmark. We will always protect our strategic, economic, and security interests. We will face these challenges to our European solidarity with steadiness and resolve.
EU leaders are scrambling. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen personally called NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte, along with the heads of Germany, France, Italy, and the UK. Brussels vows to safeguard Greenland's sovereignty, but deep divisions and limited leverage leave the bloc on fragile footing.
I wanted to tell you that the prediction of an increase in tariffs against those nations that have chosen to contribute to the security of Greenland, in my opinion, is a mistake. And obviously, I do not agree with it. Clearly, it seems to me that there has been a problem of understanding and communication on this. And I think that the fact that NATO has started working on this is a good initiative, and even more so, because NATO has started to do this work. I think it is a mistake today to impose new sanctions.
And we're concerned. We're concerned about this escalation, to be absolutely clear. We always will support sovereignty and territorial integrity of countries wherever their geographic location is. The future of Greenland, decisions about the future of Greenland are for Greenland and Denmark to decide. And the security of Greenland. Security is first and foremost for them, but very much falls within the responsibilities of NATO.
Trump frames Greenland as essential for US missile defense and Arctic security, linking sovereignty directly to tariffs. The move turns a territorial dispute into a weaponized economic threat against NATO allies, forcing Europe to confront its own structural weakness in the face of coercive US policy.
I mean, we have been asking since the very beginning of this to have a constructive dialogue with our American ally and friends, free from social media and headlines and strong words. And we opened that dialogue last week. We will not give up on that. I mean, I have an agreement with the American Vice President. It was reconfirmed after we have listened to the press spokesperson. So we will stay on track unless US decide differently. But then at the same time, of course, we need the European Union to respond. I will not develop that response at this press conference. There is close consultation going on among our European friends. I foresee that there will be, also a meeting among foreign ministers, and we will also continue close consultations with those European countries who are not members of the European Union but still integrated in the single market, and even more importantly, a member of NATO, because this is not only about the European Union, it's basically about, the NATO alliance.
The very essence of NATO is to protect the sovereign integrity and territorial integrity of its member states. So that's what it's all about, and that is again rooted in the collective right of self-defense in the UN Charter, which is deeply committed. And I want to reiterate what also Lars has said, that we have two messages that we share with all the countries we mentioned in this, not only the 8, but with all, I would say, all European countries and Canada, is that on the one hand, we stand with the Kingdom of Denmark in defense of its sovereignty. But we're also ready to do more together with America and with all our allies in the Arctic, and that's exactly why we are stepping up our presence in Greenland, because if there are security concerns, we can meet them jointly, both bilaterally, Denmark and the US, but also as a NATO alliance. And Norway has for decades been arguing that NATO should take a stronger role generally in the Arctic. We would, of course, say that there are other parts of the Arctic where there is more immediate need, but in principle, throughout the Arctic, and out of the 8 countries who happen to be in the Arctic, 7 are NATO members. So we're actually quite well prepared to deal with existing and future security challenges in the Arctic. So that's a dual message that we're sending to our friends in the United States of America.
European capitals convene emergency consultations. France, Germany, Italy, the UK, and the Netherlands discuss retaliatory measures, while Brussels coordinates a unified but tentative response. Analysts warn the Greenland standoff could test alliance cohesion like never before.
Norway's position remains the same. We will not allow ourselves to be put under pressure, and those types of threats, of US tariffs, are unacceptable between close allies.
With NATO caught between US demands and European solidarity, Greenland has become the flashpoint for alliance tensions. Brussels vows protection. Washington escalates economic pressure, and the Arctic now stands at the center of a historic transatlantic showdown.
Yes, the American president is unconventional, to put it diplomatically. But America is also something other and more than the American president. I trust the world. When we stand together and when we are able to explain what is at stake, then we will also get through this.